Hey, and good morning. I wanted to come today to talk a little bit about something that's been kind of near and dear to my heart recently. Last night, Ryan and I were watching a movie. We were watching the latest Star Wars movie. And there's a quote in there. I was working, kind of paying attention, kind of not. But as the movie was going, Ryan was like, hey, stop, listen to this quote. The quote is from Yoda, obviously, because Yoda has the best quotes. But the quote is, the greatest teacher failure is. Yoda speak there. But that is huge in my life right now. I've had two big kind of areas where I would tend to beat myself up for because I would consider them failures. So the first one is I had a business issue last month. I did not hit my goal for the business for the first time since I started my business. Now, I was cocky. I thought that I could do it. I thought that, I was 18 months strong and hitting my goal, and I was gonna keep going and pushing on that. And I didn't get it. And it was really, really devastating. I ended up going to bed that night, like the last night of the month, knowing that I wasn't gonna hit it. I was gonna wake up in the morning and my streak was gonna be broken. And I cried myself to sleep. Truth. But I woke up the next morning, and you know what I did? I got right back to it. I decided, you know what, that's not going to be the way that July is going to go. July is going to go better. I'm going to put the effort that I know I needed to put in, because looking back at June, I didn't put the effort in that I needed to put in. It was my fault. But I can take that and I can learn from that and say, what can I do in July to make that different? You know what? It's the 16th of the month and I'm at my goal, because I'm making a difference. I'm doing things differently. I'm using June as a stepping point into making July better and making myself better as a leader and as a business builder. Second thing is that yesterday we went to go drive Ainsley up to camp. And this is a camp that Ryan went to, the boys' camp that is equivalent to the girls' camp up there, for 8 years as a kid. And one of the things that they do at the end of this summer for the boys is this Little Chief test. It is a really big deal to the boys. They have to stay up all night, make a fire, make no noise, no sounds, no talking, no nothing. And then after that, they have to run this mountain. And they have to do it in a certain amount of time in order to be successful in this Little Chief test. So Ryan says to me in passing, like a couple weeks ago, he's like, you know what? I think you can run that mountain. I think you could do it in a really good time. And I was like, sure I can. I'm like the fittest I've ever been in my life. I'm totally gonna do that. I'm gonna rock it out and I'm gonna do what those 16-year-old boys can do. Humble pie. No. I did it yesterday and it was not. I ended up walking at least 50% of it. It was straight uphill switchbacks. It was hard. It was a little bit less than a mile. Probably like 3/4 of a mile. The boys have to do it in 6 minutes. I did it in 10. So I was nowhere close. And I got in the car and I was pissed. And I was like, this is terrible. I'm terrible. I'm not in shape. I'm blah, blah, blah. And I spent the rest of the day moping because I was mad. And I was like, all these people are going to know that I couldn't do it. And Ryan's like, well, first of all, no one knows that you even tried. Second of all, look at what you did. Like, you're not in running shape. You've run one time in the past 6 months. And you still made it up the mountain in 10 minutes. That's fantastic. And I'm not a 16-year-old boy. My body is not built like a 16-year-old boy's body is. So, all that to say, what do I do today? What do I do today to make myself not dwell on the failure of yesterday? You know what? I didn't realize and recognizing that, one, someone else has the confidence in me to think highly of me. Someone else is sure of my abilities. That should give me confidence. So I'm going to take that. And then secondly, I'm going to do what I know how to do best, and that is be myself, be me, be you, which is lifting weights and doing HIIT in my house. And that is fantastic. And I am in better shape than I ever have been in my life, and I can stand strong in that. Like, being who I am and being happy and being bright and being me, because that's who I am. So what if I didn't do what a 16-year-old boy can do? doesn't matter. I tried it, and good for me for trying it. Isn't that the lesson? Try something. If you don't succeed, it's not a big deal. Move on, do something else that you know you can succeed at. So, the greatest teacher failure is. Take that for your lesson for a Monday. See ya.